For centuries, the speed of war was entirely restricted by human biology. Victory depended on how fast a person could think, communicate, and act. Look at this tactical map. To coordinate a campaign, generals physically plotted geography, calculated troop positions, and debated their next move. That manual processing took an immense toll on the clock. Gathering intelligence and issuing orders required hours or even days. The physical limitations of the human mind placed a hard cap on how fast conflict could escalate. War operated strictly at human speed. Modern battlefields have abandoned that timeline entirely. They operate as massive data systems processing millions of signals every single second. Every moment, satellites capture high-resolution imagery. Drones stream constant thermal and visual feeds. Sensor grids and intercepted communications create an endless influx of raw intelligence. No human brain can filter that volume of information. An intelligence team attempting to track millions of overlapping data points in real time will fail. To survive this data avalanche, militaries had to remove the bottleneck. They handed control of the data to artificial intelligence, pushing warfare fully into machine speed. This shift in processing power has directly upgraded military hardware. Unmanned aerial vehicles no longer rely on pilots with remote controls. They are independent systems. This illustrates swarm drones. Sharing a network mesh, units communicate, divide targets, and coordinate attacks with zero human input. Sever the external connection, and the system adapts. Drones reroute internal links and continue executing missions on their own. The physical battlefield is now automated. Human operators have stepped back, watching self-executing networks run it. Shifting war to the digital realm does something even more drastic. It eliminates physical travel entirely. The new targets are invisible networks. Power grids, financial databases, and civilian communication infrastructures are exposed. AI autonomously probes these networks, mapping structural vulnerabilities. When an exploit is found, an automated strike is deployed and executed in fractions of a second. Cyber warfare requires no staging ground and recognizes no borders. Because distance is irrelevant, any connected device represents a potential front line. This same speed applies to espionage. AI systems ingest decades of satellite telemetry and logistical data to track subtle military movements across the globe. By identifying patterns in troop density and supply chain shifts, the software can achieve an entirely new objective, predicting where a geographic conflict will erupt before human commanders even finish mobilizing. The digital assault extends into psychology. Algorithms can generate flawless voice clones and hyper-realistic deepfake videos. By distributing synthetic media at scale, intelligence agencies alter public perception of an event while it unfolds, shaping the narrative in real time. The nature of intelligence has flipped. It no longer reports what is happening on the ground. It calculates and manipulates what will happen next. We are moving toward conflicts with no clear borders and no visible combatants. We will watch autonomous systems compete directly against other autonomous systems. For the people who used to run these operations, the role has shrunk. Humans sit in the loop as supervisors, watching algorithms make the primary decisions. This creates a moral vacuum. If a machine operating at the speed of light makes a real-time error and targets civilians, who is responsible? The sheer velocity of machine computation has severed the traditional chain of command. We are entirely isolated from the immediate consequences of our own weapons. Weapons have always evolved. The tools of destruction began with close-quarters, hand-to-hand combat. Engineering brought us to the era of modern kinetic firepower, and physics allowed us to reach the absolute limit of explosive yield. Those historical inventions changed the mechanics of force, the distance or the scale of an explosion. Artificial intelligence shifts something else. It replaces the human judgment required to pull the trigger. This forces a choice. We are deciding if humanity will use AI to govern more, or if AI will govern the future of conflict itself.